Based on weather conditions, difficulty level, length, or personal training, you might stop during your climb less or more. Stopping on a Via Ferrata is expected and recommended. Instead of pushing yourself hard to the limit of falling or to making any other misstep, take your time, go to your own pace, and take a rest as many times you feel the need to do so. When it comes to resting, there are two often used systems. You can either clip a large carabiner to your Via Ferrata set resting loop, or you can use an independent lanyard and a large carabiner that goes connected to the belay loop of your harness. Both systems are good, but one might be better than the other. Let's analyze the first system, represented by a large carabiner connected to the resting loop of your Via Ferrata set. Advantages. Simplicity. It only involves one extra carabiner. Cost effectiveness. You only must buy one extra carabiner. Easy to carry. In general, carabiners are light and small. It prevents you from incorrectly connecting the carabiner as a third arm while on dangerous segments. Even if you do so, you are still protected in case of a fall because the carabiner is connected to the shock absorber of your Via Ferrata set. Disadvantages. It forces you to overstress the Via Ferrata set. In this case, it might reduce the lifespan of your Via Ferrata set. It might not be versatile enough. It only provides one way of connecting. It cannot really be used as a third arm on bridge crossings or segments involving ziplining. In case you make the big error of connecting a sling to the rest loop, it might be harder to manage, and you might tend to make the big fatal error of clipping the carabiner to the belay loop while not in use. This can be dangerous and might make the shock absorber of your Via Ferrata set useless. Some will outline the connection to the shock absorber as a benefit. One might disagree just because any resting situation should never involve a fall. Even if, let's say, something happens, the fall should be relatively static and the shock absorber never deployed. If you use this system, always connect the carabiner directly to the resting loop of your Via Ferrata set. Never, under no circumstances, use a lanyard with a carabiner connected to the resting loop of your Via Ferrata set. If you do so, in case you by mistake connect the carabiner to the belay loop of your harness, when you will fall, the shock absorber of your Via Ferrata set will be useless. Without a shock absorber to take in the energy of a braking process during a fall, your entire safety system and your body will have way more to suffer. Another system widely used for resting on a Via Ferrata is a sling with a large carabiner or a Y-shaped lanyard with two carabiners. Advantages. Versatility. You have the option to determine the length of a system, and you can properly use it as a third arm when needed. Lifts stress from your Via Ferrata set. This provides you more hauling capacity. If something happens to the resting system, your Via Ferrata set is not impacted. In case your Via Ferrata set deploys, at least you have something to sit on until help arrives or to use as an emergency exit aid. Disadvantages. it is an additional cost you must incur. It is often used as a third arm on difficult segments. This is a dangerous mistake that makes the shock absorber of a Via Ferrata set useless and puts at risk both you and your entire safety system. When making this dangerous mistake, your entire safety system becomes static, and in case you fall, there is no elasticity during the braking process. The consequences can be dramatic. If you choose this resting system, never use the lanyard with its carabiner as a third arm on the difficult segments where you have a high risk of a big fall. In case you do so and you fall on the vertical, the shock absorber of your Via Ferrata set is there for nothing, useless. When braking at the anchor point, your safety system is now static because of the lanyard with its carabiner used as a third arm, and the consequences can be dramatic.